Justin Baum. Did you see Lewan saying on Kevin Adams' podcast at least double digits per year?
Oh, money-wise, huh?
Maybe that's why he shouted you out on our video and not me.
He's talking about some 7 and 8. Now I ain't hearing that. That's kind of how I feel about him. You know that. So we said double digits. 10 if you're lucky. I just don't see that it's premium on that position, man. That's like pass rusher. That's like corner. That's like quarterback, man. Left tackle is one of those like ultra key positions that, yeah, you got to open up your little pocket. Spin a little bit on, man.
If I'm doing the negotiations, I stand on 7 or 8.
Nah. We're going to be standing on damn more, what it sound like.
Oh, we draft a guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One or the other, though. Yeah.
1 for 10, and if we could somehow figure out the cap space situation where we can make it work, and I don't know, and we're not screwing ourselves long term.
Well, and I would also, you got to ask yourself.
That type of leverage, then yeah, I could consider that.
You
maybe.
would also need to ask yourself, what do I want to pay for? Do I want to cut costs and draft something? But you deal with the uncertainty of that, especially when you talk offensive linemen. Typically, those guys is really 50. I don't want to say all the way 50-50, but it's not as common as when you see some of these wide receivers. They come in and shine right away. Sometimes with the offensive linemen, we know it's a little bit of the guesswork with them, but that's part of the cheaper costs when you're going the draft route. We know in free agency, you got your higher end guys, and they're higher end because, like we said, you're paying for that proven product, that premium on that. So you entertain that as well. But then, like you said, we mentioned Taylor Lewan because he was obviously the bigger name, but we could also look into some of maybe the next tier that might really be in that 7 range as like a high for them, almost like the Cam Sutton version of left tackles right now. Whoever that guy is, I don't know off the top of my head, but somebody like that. And then from there, we're kind of like, all right, well, maybe, that still is an upgrade over Dan Moore, but not breaking the bank like a Taylor Lewan. But at the same time, we got the flexibility that if we want to draft a guy next year, we not, committing all this money to this guy. So I think we still got some options with it. But that's the one thing that I will say we got to always be cognizant of. Like,
I keep seeing Cam Sutton is getting this market valuation of like 9 or 12 million.
Yeah.
No, I just disagree. I just flat outright disagree.
Lot.
But the thing with Lewan, I will say this. Now, we could talk about uncertainties in the draft. I feel like he has his own uncertainties.
But his is health.
Two big-time injuries over these last 3 seasons. Were they both ACLs? One was an ACL. For sure. I don't know if the other one was as well, but those are kind of big, and then he's hitting his 30s.
Yeah, so you ask yourself, when we talk about what you're paying for, your risk-reward, so you're paying more, but you have an ACL and another injury that he's coming off of. So we know if he wasn't coming off of that, what would his price market be? A lot higher than that. The 10 is that discounted rate included. That is what, because when he's been healthy, you already know he's a $14, $15, $16 million guy. Like, he's proven that when healthy. The 10 mil is because of the 2 years where he's had the injuries. And you're asking yourself, all right, is he going to be able to stay healthy long enough? Because even when you watched him shoot the first ACL he had the year before, he was still playing at a high level. It was just he get hurt on a fluky screen.
He had that one really bad Chandler Jones game.
Yeah, and Chandler Jones done that to how many people? That's my other part. But like you said, one bad Chandler Jones game, and who else did that to him? Nobody else. It was just Chandler. So it was like, you take that into account, but at the same time, that's what you have to ask yourself. Whereas with these rookies, we talked Peter Skoronski, right? We say, we feel like he's a definite upgrade. We said Paris Johnson. We think that he would be an upgrade over Dan Moore. We said Broderick has the athletic ability to be, and we think that he should be, but we'll have to see fundamentally if he would be as buttoned up as he should be on a play and play basis. Committing a first-round pick to those dudes, we know what that comes with in terms of the cost and in terms of just, that's a high-quality player that you could potentially be missing on if you got the wrong guy in the first round. We get that. But my whole thing is you have the uncertainty of, are those guys going to actually pan out? Are those guys going to actually protect Kenny right now the way that a Taylor would? And that's the whole back and forth. Because, we could save 10 mil, but if this rookie isn't doing what he's supposed to do and he's getting Kenny killed, then it's kind of like we're going to be over here like, man, we should have just spent the money.
You do feel like Skoronski's the guy, though. If out of those
To me,
tackles,
yes.
he could come in, start day
Yeah.
one, and you're actually feeling really good
Yeah,
about it.
off of the games that I've watched from all three of those guys, I watched multiple games on each of those dudes. He is the one that I feel the most confident in coming in day one and being just the most secure at that position. Yes.
We'd have to trade up to get him.
And that's the issue with that as well. So when you talk the cost for a player like Peter, that's his, and we get it because it's like you said, you're the more proven and the more surefire the player is, the higher the premium is going to be. Whether you're talking free agency or whether you're talking in the draft. That's why when we talk about a top 10 pick, we look at a top 10 pick with way higher regard than the 25th or the 32nd pick. But the beauty is, man, we are in a beautiful space right now.
Sounds like 10's a happy medium, potentially, between my offer, 7 or 8.
Yeah.
You're saying maybe whenever he's fully healthy, he's worth 14, 15,
Yeah.
16. Bump it down a little to the injury. Can we get it to 10?
Yeah. That would be the way that I would go. Or if I could even finagle it at like, man, what if I get you 9, but like a nice signing bonus? You know what I mean? Like, what if we did that? I'll be trying to do some of that type of stuff. Or even remember the voided contracts and stuff like that, voidable years and stuff. Like, I would try to bring that back if possible. Or I'm able to give you a big dollar so you can feel good about yourself, but at the same time, like, we got an out. It ain't gonna kill me.
Yeah, the voided years randomly became the most popular
Absolutely
contract style. What was it?
That was during COVID year.
Yeah, it was between 2020 and 2021.
Yeah, during COVID, everybody was getting these contracts. You're like, yo, how does this happen? Where did this start at?
Especially with us too, because
Yeah.
we had like no cap space.
Yeah.
We're like, how are we bringing Juju back?
Yeah.
How are we making some of these
Multi-year
happen?
deal,
Oh,
yeah.
we got like 4 voided
Yeah.
years right there.
It's like, I've never heard this before. Absolutely.